The show seen around the world got everybody talking about exactly what took place during the halftime of the Super Bowl. You got people from different genres of music in their feelings right now talking about, oh, the halftime show was trash. It had no business being out there on the stage, being shown to the world for them to see. Why couldn't they put something else out there? Rap music should not be a part of a show of this magnitude. Well, one thing for certain is this. The last time Noel Gallagher decided he wanted to utter some ignorant stuff out of his mouth, you had Jay-Z go to the Glastonbury with a guitar on his shoulder out there singing along, and you heard the masses just singing a song right along with him, letting them know that all genres of music belong there. It's not just one or the other. Everybody enjoy it all. That's what this is all about. But you know, that was 2008. Here we are, 2025. We still going through the same madness. Kendrick Lamar decided he wanted to give you a show. He wanted to show you, give you a representation of what he possibly sees as what's going on around his world right now. And many of you sat there and said, oh, this is trash. Why the message went right over your head. You know, sometimes you got to understand, when you're given something of substance, sometimes you got to digest it to understand exactly what's going on, to get a real in-depth understanding of what you're seeing. But I know a lot of y'all out there like, Coach, we don't want to hear this crap. We want some sports news. Give us some sports. This is sports. This is about our lives. This is about what's going on with us right now. And when K-Dot said, right time, wrong guy. Looks like the people who chose Kendrick Lamar to come out there and do the halftime show was spot freaking on. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to get this thing popping because I got to tell y'all why I feel the way that I feel and the visionary that I saw from that halftime show right after this. You know, it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, I'm about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, share these videos, and tap in the friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's no positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing. But you know what? Normally on Thursdays, I'll give you a blow the whistle episode with your host, Coach Walker. I'm putting this one on the Tomorrow Sports Network channel, so it's there. I want it there because I want everybody to see this thing. We're growing blow the whistle, so I want y'all to make sure y'all tune in, tap in, tell a friend about that as well. But check this out. The lead up, you listen. We all are familiar with how the narratives are created. The storylines is built up for what's about to come when it comes, you know, when it deals with sports. Matter of fact, when it deals with anything. I mean, we're sitting here, we're looking at everything that's going on. I mean, the question is, will Kendrick Lamar, will he do the song? Because you got Drake out here wanting to sue the man. If he come out here and say A minor, I mean, it's like, God dog, I mean, listen, if you can talk about this man's wife, uttering words that, you know, you should have considered, maybe you should have went about that a different direction or went about that a different manner. You didn't. You want to position yourself so that you could win the rap battle. And actually, you might have won the battle, but you lost the war. The war was this halftime show because now the song that everybody was sitting on the edge of their seats waiting to hear him do, he kept teasing that thing, teasing it. But you know what was the craziest part about all of it? When you saw Samuel L. Jackson in the Uncle Sam uniform, in the Uncle Sam outfit, I said, hot damn, here we go. This thing is about to take off to another stratosphere because right there, that was the first message that people didn't quite get. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar standing on the car, you seen everybody coming out of the Grand National Regal. I mean, heck yeah, that was a phenomenal ride when it came out. And it's a phenomenal ride now because there's a lot of folks out there still driving their car, got that bad boy hooked up, got the sounds, you know, the engine running in that bad boy. I mean, hey, that car can run. But I got to tell you, when you saw, I ain't going to tell you, let me ask you this. When you saw Samuel L. Jackson come out in the Uncle Sam uniform, in the Uncle Sam outfit, what was the first person you thought about? Did you think about Steven from Django? Or better yet, did you think about the man from the movie School Days? From when Lawrence Fishburne and Samuel L. Jackson, they had that confrontation at KFC. And Samuel L. Jackson was telling the guys that was with Lawrence Fishburne, who played Dap, in that movie, that Spike Lee movie, you know, that Spike Lee joint. When he's playing that part, Dap, a college student over at Missionary College. And the crazy thing was, Samuel L. Jackson and his group of guys, they were sitting in the KFC and they was having this argument going back and forth where basically it's kind of like, I actually visualized and saw this myself. When I first came to college, where you had the locals, we always talked about how the locals was against the guys coming in here from different states, whatever have you, and they knew who you were based on how you dress, how you talk, just the way you represented yourself. They knew who you were. They knew that you didn't belong. So what they did was, they kind of, spark conversation with you to see exactly how you're going to represent yourself. And because how some folks represented themselves previously, that was the picture that they viewed everybody as being. They were going to be like buttholes just off the rip. And the crazy part about it was when the two groups got outside and Samuel L. Jackson told Dap and Lawrence Fishburne and his group of guys from college, he said, y'all ain't nothing but biggers. And always will be biggers just like us. And when Lawrence Fishburne walked back up to Samuel L. Jackson and tapped him on the shoulder, said, we ain't biggers. And you saw the look on Lawrence Fishburne's mouth, on his face, and the guys that was with his face, where their mouth just dropped like, what you think K-Dot just did to the world? Same thing. It was so sad. You had 47 sitting up in the stands up in there. Got to show his lifetime. Now I know they went back on what's that? The plane that take them back to the White House. I'm sure they got back on that plane and was sitting there like, wait a minute, what? What did he just do? I mean, you got artists from all around the world, from, like I said before, from different genres, feeling a particular way because they don't understand exactly what the heck just took place. Kendrick Lamar gave you a landscape. He gave you a visual of a video game. How the people, all of the different folks that was on stage looking like the American flag. How you saw them moving around in different colors. How that American flag was just broken up, just as crazy as it was. And the funny thing is, when I sat there and looked at that, I said, wait a minute. Look at the guys. Look at everybody that's up there. You got a guy over here, he got red hair. You got another one with the Pooh Shiesty mask on. You got another one with the beanie hat on, got to pull it up just a little bit. Got that Papa Smurf look with, Papa Smurf look hat going on with himself. Then you got the other guy, he got the beanie pulled down on his face, and he got the mask over his mouth. Then you got another guy that got the garb on his head that looked like someone else that might not be from America, but is here in this country based on wherever the heck they're here, living and doing the things that they're doing. And I sat there and said, wait a minute. Let's really visualize. Let's look at the visual here as far as what he's showing us. And basically, when you saw all of those different individuals running around on the stage, you sat there, you wondered to yourself, like, wait a minute, what the heck is going on here? Yeah, you caught the Sony PlayStation remote control. Heck yeah, you caught that right off the rip, just by the colors that he had over there. But then you start seeing everybody run from side to side out there on the stage. Now, I ain't gonna tell you no tale. Honestly, I went a little step further with this thing because when I saw it initially, I didn't think about it as a video game. I thought about it as incarceration. And why I say it is because of the fact that as I'm listening to Samuel L. Jackson come in after each song Kendrick Lamar did, I kept asking myself, said, wait a minute, he's giving us another message. And when he got to the part where he said, hey, man, that's too much. That's too much. They can't handle all that. You need to tone that down a little bit. You need to tone it down a little bit. Or however exactly he put it. I'm paraphrasing right now. But then when I look, and Kendrick Lamar goes into another set, does another song. And then after that song, you had Samuel L. Jackson come back out again and say, now you understand how to play the game. And see, the game is something that folks that look like myself and many of you out there have had to play for a long time just to get that little piece to where we're trying to go. And we're always getting pushed backwards. See, the reason why I'm looking at a lot of the things that Samuel L. Jackson did in this set with Kendrick Lamar is the fact that Samuel L. Jackson is a uh, 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 he's an activist. Been an activist for a long time. Morehouse man. Just like Spike Lee, Morehouse man. When Kendrick Lamar said 40 acres and a mule, that was something we used to hear when we was up on the yard, especially when I was going to college. Matter of fact, they had a hat that was like that. They had the 40 acres and a mule on the front of the hat. And the hat, the bonnet of the hat was black, the bib was red, and the top of the bib was red, and the bottom of the bib, I believe, was green, and it had the different colors in it as well. So I'm sitting there saying to myself, like, wait a minute. I said, they went back with this, trying to take you to a place for you to understand exactly what's going on. But many of you out there, you're not looking at the actual picture because you want to see something tangible that's going to make you get up out your seat and shake your ass thinking that, hey, woo, this is a good time. This is the Super Bowl. This halftime. We got to get up out our damn seats and have a damn good time. Where the party at? Where the party at? We got a boogie right now. Hey, Kendrick Lamar up here talking his stuff. He got Drake on the ropes, about to knock him out. We got to go ahead. We got to talk. We got to kick back, relax, and have a good time. And guess what? It wasn't that time. The time that was actually going on was the time where we need to sit down and get the message. The message was, guys, listen, we're sitting here wanting to chop each other down day in and day out, thinking that we're getting somewhere. They're sitting back playing us like a video game. They got us against one another, not understanding that, hey, let's pause for a minute. Let's look at what's really going on here. Look at the landscape of what's really happening here before us. Because everything that's going on right now in this world, all of these different things that you hear day in and day out on TV, this ain't nothing but another cross-up for every last one of us to sit here and keep going at each other's throats instead of sitting down looking at exactly what's going on. You know, that one thing is, that the one thing I always used to tell my pop was, Pop, follow the money. That's something that I do. See, I don't expect everybody to understand where I'm coming from. I'm just trying to give you a little direction as far as which way to go, which way to look at this thing. You got to understand the movement. There's a movement that's happening right now that's beginning to pick up. And there's a lot of folks that's going to see it. There's going to be a lot of folks that's going to be angry and upset about what's going on. Because think about it like this. We got to see some digs in there. Kendrick Lamar gave us the digs. I mean, hey, we can't turn the TV off. He's talking about turn that crap off because, you know, Drake, he want to sue. Drake want to sue. You hear Drake out here right now allegedly talking about he want to throw hands with this man. For what? For what? Had you left this man's family out of this mess, guess what? We wouldn't be dealing with this right now. It's just been a friendly joust going on back and forth, friendly joust of words. But I'm sure there's going to be some folks that's going to feel the way that they feel. And I mean, seeing Serena Williams out there do the Crip Walk or the Sea Walk during the set, you know, during the halftime show underneath the light post, that was a thing of beauty. But, you know, that was the first time that she did that. She actually did that after a tennis match, and I believe she did it during the Olympics as well. And seeing her do that with this song, and everybody knows she used to date Drake, and Drake sitting there looking like, you know, like when it's like somebody took a big old bag of dumpster juice and just threw it at him and just smacked him in the face with it. I mean, it's like, he don't know what to do with himself right now. I mean, you got people like Stephen A. Smith jumping out the window, hollering and screaming, hey, man, hey, shoot, if that was my wife out there doing that, shoot, you out here dancing to a song that's dissing my ex, that's dissing your ex, why don't you go be with his ass? Bruh. My wife want to go out there and enjoy herself and dance to a song that she just doing her thing. As long as she ain't disrespecting me, I don't find it to be disrespectful. Some guys out there might think it is disrespectful, but I'm just saying. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing where if say Janet Jackson came in town and you was at the concert with your wife and she picked you out the crowd, you think you ain't gonna ask your wife, hey, babe, you got a problem with me, you know, going up here, you know, with Janet Jackson? If she know Janet Jackson's your favorite artist, I'm sure she ain't gonna have no issue with it. She ain't gonna have no issue with it if Beyonce was your favorite damn artist. Bottom line is that you have to have the confidence and the understanding within for you to be able to move in those type of situations. So I mean, you know, not only that, but if you feel threatened, then I can understand why, you know, that type of answer will come across. But 47 in the stands with his people seeing all this take place, I mean, it was a thing of beauty. I mean, Kendrick Lamar gave us a lesson for us to understand exactly what's going on. We're being played like a video game. And people don't want to wake up to that. We're too busy thinking that somebody's going to do something for us when they're not. They're taking everything from you right before your eyes. And the crazy part about it is, when it's all said and done, guess what we're going to say? Oh, the person before, they was the one that did it. Not understanding exactly how history works. If you really believe that someone could turn another country into the 51st state, I got a bag of dumpster juice for you right here. That's my new tequila that I'm selling. I sell it by the droves if you want to buy it from me. $25.99. I give you a 750 milliliter of it if that's what you want. And you can drink yourself till you get content. If you really on that type of time, listen, I'm just saying. I ain't casting no dispersions against nobody. I'm just simply saying, understand what's going on. There was a message that nobody caught. And it's crazy that people don't understand that. If you had 133 million people looking at the halftime show, and only 125 million people watched the game, and that was the biggest halftime show watched ever, what does that tell you? What does it tell you? That should tell you there's a lot more folks tuned in to see the show. He gave you a show. He gave you a show. And it's sad that so many people out here are willing to become crash dummies based on something that they did, and they want to hide their hands when that other person get their lick back and it don't feel too good when they give it to you. But I want to know what y'all takes are on all this. I mean, I just want to hear what you got to say as far as, do you think the show was a bust, or do you think the show was spot on? Let me know what your thoughts is on this, because like I said, there's a lot of different ways that you can go about this thing, because look at it from this point. Kendrick Lamar does the song that the world has been waiting to hear on the big stage. He wins 5 Grammys for a diss song. And when he gets to the part where he said A minor, everybody in that stadium is singing it in unison. When I heard that, the first thing I thought about was Jay-Z. I forgot the name of the song. He said, "You don't get a brother back like that." Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because you got to let that boy sting just a little bit. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of folks out here that's going to continue on talking about how this halftime show sucked. It had no business being in the rap music, has no business being a halftime focal in games like this. It needs to, something else needs to be there. I mean, hell, you even had Fox pundits out here, news pundits out here talking reckless, talking, oh, how in the world did he win all these Grammys? You shouldn't have won these Grammys for that. I'm like, guys, y'all don't have a clue. So many people are stuck in their own little cocoons where they don't, what everything else is going on outside of it don't matter. And a lot of times, we are the thing that don't matter. So what we have to do collectively is continue to keep building relationships with folks, get an understanding of exactly what's going on. Get to know thy neighbor and see exactly how can you lend a hand to help move things in different directions. Not necessarily take over, but just how each other can help one another. Build it up. Build it up. That's all we're trying to do, is build this thing up. But I think Kendrick Lamar got his point across very well. And I'm sure it's going to be real difficult for whoever comes next year behind that to beat it. I hate Lil Wayne wasn't the one that was chosen, but I think they made the right choice on this one, because seeing collectively Kendrick Lamar, Samuel L. Jackson come together, and I'm hoping Spike Lee was in there at some point where he helped Kendrick Lamar provide the vision that he gave to the world, that needed to be shown to the world exactly what's going on towards folks that don't look like them. Regardless if you want to believe it or not, it's happening. Some folks may say I'm crazy. Some folks may say I'm trying to pick a side. No, I'm just calling it the way I see it. There's nothing wrong with that. See, sometimes you have to look at things in the manner which you have to look at them. And yes, why is it that folks that look like myself, we got to work 5 times as hard and play the game just to get to where we're trying to go? Why can't we be on the same playing field as everybody else and move up the ladder accordingly? But again, We'll continue to keep seeing the roadblocks. We're going to continue to keep seeing the chaos. But I'm glad somebody took the initiative to take a stand. And they did it on a world stage for the world to see exactly what's going on. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are about the halftime show. Like I said, I'm glad I was able to get this out to you. Better late than never. Because there's been a few shows that I've done that's still sitting in the can that I have not dropped. But you know what? I think I might drop them anyway and just call them lost files, lost shows, just so that you can have them, just so that they're time-stamped for legacy purposes. I just want to make sure that me sitting here doing what I do for you guys on the regular, I leave an impact. I don't just want to be somebody just sitting here just, flapping off at the gums, giving you a whole bunch of daggone hot air. I want to give you something of substance. So guys, Coach gonna go ahead and get up on out this thing. But until next time, y'all know what to do. Tune in, tap in, tell a friend, tell them, come on in, baby. But until next time, be the one and lead.